an opening statement. This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975 entitled Senator Bar and Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission on December 11, 2024, filed with the Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. On December 12, 2024, copies were mailed to subscribers. The use of cell phones in a public meeting room while the commission is in session is prohibited. Any member of the public who wishes to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome everyone who's joining us in person and remotely today. Meeting participants who wish to do so can continue to address the Commission through remote technology. We are also permitting in-person participation and the public meeting room is therefore open. We will, however, to continue to stream our public meetings. The public is able to listen through access provided on the Commission's website, as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov beginning now. I will repeat that. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov beginning now, at any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of adjournment. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. To meeting participant callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or the audio call-in code and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, when your matter is called, please turn on your camera and identify yourself before speaking. Thank you.
Please answer when I call your name for the roll, please. Commissioner Molyneux,
Present.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Present.
and Chairman Flores.
Present.
Matters discussed in closed session this morning included employee key license application matters. The first item, thank you. The first item for consideration is ratification of the minutes of December 11, 2024 public meeting.
Are there any questions for council or corrections?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of the December 11th, 2024 meeting.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 2 is the annual election of the vice chair.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, I will make the motion. I nominate Alicia B. Cooper, Vice Chair of the Commission, until the reorganization meeting in January 2026.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, I would just like to thank you for the nomination and the support, and I'd like, as I mentioned, like to thank you and Commissioner Molyneux. Nomination and the support, thanks.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Cooper.
Congratulations. And item number 3 are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include Jacob W. Crowell, Devon R. Fernandez, Michael J. Giddings Jr., and Shaniqua A. Moore. All of the applications have been reviewed by both the Division of Gaming Enforcement and the Commission staff with a recommendation that the initial casino key employee licenses be granted.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 4 initial Casino Key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 4 are applications for resubmitted Casino Key employee licenses and/or for qualification. They include Claudine V. Burke, also known as Claudine V. Sawkins, William R. Sestone, Robert H. Desier, Michael A. Escort, Timothy P. McDevitt Jr., August Malakshik Jr., Joseph M. Norton, Ivy E. Payloff, Gilda A. Still, and Jerry S. Sooner, also known as German S. Sooner. Each of these resubmitted Casino Key employee license applications have been reviewed by both the division and commission staff with a recommendation that each be granted.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 10 resubmitted Casino Key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 5 are approvals through delegation of authority between December 1, 2024 and December 25, 2024 pursuant to resolution number 22011211B. We have Manager Patrick Eeler here who will review those action items with you. However, no vote is required at this time.
Good morning, Chairman Pelosis and Commissioners. For the record, I'm Patrick Eeler, Manager of the Commission's Licensing and Financial Evaluation Unit. Between December 1st and December 25th, 2024, the staff of the Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division granted the following approvals via its delegated authority. On December 4th, 2024, a temporary Casino Key employee license was granted to Jeffrey A. Bartone for a dual-rate security supervisor and security shift manager position at Bally's Atlantic City. Temporary key licenses were granted to Kyle J. Dodato for a dual-rate surveillance officer and surveillance shift supervisor at Harrah's Atlantic City, and to Aaron M. White, also known as Aaron McNamee, for a compliance manager position at Hard Rock Atlantic City. On December 11th, 2024, temporary Casino Key employee licenses were granted to Spencer A. Lear, also known as Spencer Hennessy, and Spencer Dunn, for a Director of Human Resources position at Borgata, and to Olivia A. Rosado for an Accounts Receivable Manager position at Bally's Atlantic City. On December 16th, 2024, temporary Casino Key employee licenses were granted to Dylan M. Beatty for a dual-rate surveillance officer and surveillance supervisor position at Resorts Atlantic City, and to Fred Eric L. Lorenzo for a dual-rate floor supervisor and table games pit manager position at Hard Rock Atlantic City. On December 18th, 2024, a temporary Casino Key employee license was granted to Debbie R. Martone, also known as Rajashri Moonsamy, for an Executive Director of Human Resources position at Resorts Atlantic City. And on December 20th, 2024, a temporary Casino Key employee license was granted to Robert T. Leonhardt, also known as Bob Leonhardt, for a Senior Internal Audit Manager position at Bally's Atlantic City. This memorializes the approvals that were granted by the Commission's Division of Regulatory Affairs via its delegated authority during this period, and no further Commission actions required. Thank you.
Item number 6 is the request for inactivation of Casino Key employee licenses. It's noted for the record that item 6C, Richard D. Jones, will be adjourned. Patrick Eeler, manager, is here to address the remaining matters with you.
In lieu of filing a Casino Key employee license review application, the following individuals have requested to be placed on the Casino Key employee license approved inactive list: Brittany C. Cartagena, Dane J. Gasparini, John P. Maravilla, Jonathan Yankovich, and Charlotte M. Zapile. If the requests are granted, each individual may remain on the approved inactive list for a period of up to 5 years. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends that you grant the requested relief.
Are there any questions for any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 5 Casino Key employee licenses be inactivated.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 7 is consideration of the lapsing of Casino Key employee licenses. Again, Patrick Ealer will review those items with you.
For your consideration is the lapsing of the Casino Key employee licenses of the following individuals for failure to file a Casino Key employee license review application or request to be placed on the Casino Key employee license approved inactive list. They are Naomi Newman and Naomi Jones, Michael J. Cranston, Ricky Q. Hong, Tommy L. Sciulio, also known as Tammy L. Lesso, and Thomas J. Winter. In each case, the Casino Key employee license review application filing deadline has passed. Based on our review, staff recommends that the Casino Key employee licenses of these individuals be deemed to have lapsed.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 5 Casino Key employee licenses lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulations.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 8 is consideration of the initial decision in the matter of the appeal of MG for removal from the self-exclusion list, 240051AP. You have Senior Counsel Teresa Pimpinelli, who will review that matter with you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. For your consideration is the December 4th, 2024 initial decision of Hearing Examiner Molyneux for this matter. It's an appeal from the Division's September 26, 2024 decision denying MG's request to be removed from the self-exclusion list. You have our complete record in this matter. I would ask the Division to enter their appearance and proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Letitia Fishin, Deputy Attorney General for the Division. The Division maintains, oh, sorry. Thank you. The Division maintains that MG did complete the steps to complete the self-exclusion process. Therefore, MG checked the boxes to agree to the waiver and acknowledgments set forth that self-exclusion would result in placement on the Division self-exclusion list. So therefore, because MG voluntarily self-excluded, the Division respectfully requests that the Commission uphold its initial decision in this matter and deny MG's request for early removal from the self-exclusion list. Thank you.
We have Mr. MG remotely?
MG is not available.
Oh, not available? Okay, oh, thank you. Okay. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the initial decision and find that the appellant failed to demonstrate that he did not intentionally place himself on the Division's exclusion list as required by NJAC 13:69G-2.2C, and deny his request to be removed from the Division's self-exclusion list prior to his February 21st, 2025 expiration date.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Item number 9 is consideration of the initial decision in the matter of the appeal of ED for removal from the self-exclusion list, 240047 AP, docket number. Again, you have Senior Counsel Teresa Pimpinelli, who will address the matter with you.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli appearing again for the Commission. For your consideration is the December 6, 2024 initial decision of Hearing Examiner Cooper for this matter, which is an appeal of the Division's September 23, 2024 letter denying ED's request to be removed from the self-exclusion list. You have the complete record in this matter. This is subject to the applicable confidentiality and privacy requirements. Exceptions were filed by ED, and these were provided to you. Appellant is present by Zoom. I would ask the division and appellant to enter their appearances and proceed, and I just respectfully remind all parties involved that appellant's identity is confidential. ED, if you would like to enter your appearance, you can take your microphone off. You do not have to put your video on.
Okay. Hey, good morning. Sorry.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning, sir. We have to swear you in.
Yeah, sure.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your initials for the record.
ED?
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Letitia Fishin, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
ED, if there's anything you would like to say to the commissioners, this now is your opportunity to do so.
Oh, awesome. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for allowing me to kind of tell my story here. It's going to be a little bit of a long one, if you don't mind. So it all started about a year ago when I signed up for ESPN Bet. When I signed up, I was incurring a fee when I was depositing money into my account. So I reached out to customer service initially, and they told me to reach out to the bank because the fee is coming from the bank. Then the bank would blame ESPN Bet, and I was at a bit of a limbo, and they both told me to wait a couple days, maybe the charge falls off. It was just a method of me reaching out to both customer services, and that's when I finally reached out to ESPN Bet. Again, after a few days, and the charge was still on my account, they told me that they're going to escalate my matter to whoever is higher up versus the gatekeeper that I was speaking to. And before they told me that they were going to escalate my matter, they told me to take a self-exclusion. Now, I never mentioned a self-exclusion. I didn't even know what a self-exclusion was prior to reaching out to customer service. Never have I ever had a gambling issue. So I was just confused as to why I was advised to take a self-exclusion. But in order to get this matter resolved, because this was like $250 worth of fees, I went ahead and took the self-exclusion. Now, I believe the commission was under the impression that I didn't take the self-exclusion on my own. And I fully did it on my own. I knowing and willingly put myself on a self-exclusion only because the customer service representative had told me to do so. I was under the impression I had to do that in order to get further assistance. So that's why I think my appeal kept getting denied, because I think you guys were under the impression that I didn't know that I put myself on there. I know I put myself on there, but the only reason why I did it is because I thought that's what I had to do in order to get further assistance. Thank you.
The division maintains that regarding the responsible gaming information that was provided by the ESPN Bet representative to the appellant in this matter, that was provided per the responsible gaming program to the patron after he indicated that he could not afford the fees that were charged. However, the patron, the appellant in this matter, was not required to sign up for the self-exclusion list, nor was he instructed to do so per what is provided in the statement of items comprising the record, item number 3, page 1 and 2. Therefore, the division maintains that because the appellant completed the self-exclusion process in this matter without any solicitation or coercion by the division or ESPN Bet, the appellant did voluntarily self-exclude, and to allow early removal from the self-exclusion list would undermine the self-exclusion program. Therefore, the division respectfully requests that the commission uphold its initial decision and deny the appellant's request for early removal from the self-exclusion list. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, sir.
I'm just wondering why a self-exclusion was even brought up in the first place. I think a self-exclusion, from what I understand it to be, is a person's personal choice to put themselves on a bit of a timeout, for the lack of better words, because they have some issues. Now, that is true. I definitely could not afford that $250 fine. I don't think any of us can. Who wants to afford a fine? But that's the only reason why I was reaching out to the customer service. If I wanted to put myself on a self-exclusion, I would have did that on my own. I can do that any day. I wouldn't need customer service to do that. So I'm not saying I was coerced. I am saying, though, I was advised. So I think coercion is the wrong word, but it does sound like I was advised to do so. And I really just wanted to get more help. That's all I wanted to do.
Sir, did you get your $250 back?
I actually did, yeah.
Well, that's good news. So,
Thank you.
anything further, Division?
Yes, so per the information that was provided to the appellant, the notice from ESPN Vet provides that the appellant did have the option to self-exclude, not that he was instructed to do so. And per the steps,
I'm instructed.
and per the steps, the 8 steps to self-exclude via ESPN Vet, there are waivers and acknowledgements that one must read, and it provides the repercussions of self-excluding. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is the chat transcript present?
I'm sorry?
Is the chat transcript between myself and the customer service rep present? Because you can see in that chat, I never once brought up a self-exclusion. They brought it up. I didn't even know what it was until until they told me.
Well, when you were reading through it, sir, didn't the bells go off saying this looks a little different than I should be doing?
That's a fair point, but when you have $250 missing and you want to get some help to get that money back, I think that you will miss a couple of details in order to try to get that $250 back. And this was around the holidays back a year ago, so I mean, I was really pressed for that money back.
Thank you, sir. Any further discussion? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the initial decision and find that the appellant failed to demonstrate that he did not intentionally place himself on the division's self-exclusion list as required by NJAC 13:69G-2.2C and deny his request to be removed from the division's self-exclusion list prior to his February 17th, 2025 expiration date.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you.
So can I oppose? Is that a thing?
Good luck, sir.
Okay.
Item number 10 is consideration of the initial decision in the matter of the appeal of KT for removal from the self-exclusion list. We have City Councilor Benelli, docket number 24-00448.
Hello again, Chairman, Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. For your consideration is the December 6, 2024 initial decision of Hearing Examiner Cooper in this matter, which is an appeal of the Division's September 23, 2024 decision denying KT's request to be removed from the self-exclusion list. After oral argument, Hearing Examiner Cooper found that appellant had failed to demonstrate they were improperly placed on the self-exclusion list. You have the complete record in this matter, which is subject to the applicable confidentiality and privacy requirements. Exceptions were filed by KT, which were provided to you. Appellant is present, and I would ask the division and appellant to both enter their appearances and proceed. I just again respectfully remind all parties involved that appellant's identity is confidential.
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, Letitia Fishin, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
Mr. KT?
Kevin Trene.
Sir, you'll be sworn in. Darrell?
Yes, would you stand and raise your right hand? Sure. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your initials for the record.
KT.
Thank you.
KT, you may begin. Sir, you may begin.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, Chairman, Commissioner, Vice Chair. Congratulations on your nomination, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate everyone taking the time, what you have here today. My name's Kevin Trene. Somebody made a mistake, taking full ownership, accountability, being proactive and assertive to try and ask the commission for leniency and an appeal on a mistake they made. I was a victim, rather guilty of not reading the fine print, quickly skimming through. I was able to complete the self-exclusion in approximately 30 seconds by just clicking buttons, pressing submit. The reason due to that was because when I was on the Hard Rock app, I was playing blackjack, tilted my phone horizontally, in which the app froze. I was unable to complete the action I was intending to do on the hand of blackjack. Customer service was not able to support. It had been a reoccurring theme, and I was under the impression I was removing myself from the app specifically and not all things gaming, all things New Jersey, everything for 5 years. Nonetheless, I'm not denying that I completed it. I'm taking full ownership, responsibility, accountability, accepting that I made a mistake, a colossal mistake, a careless mistake, and just asking the commission to reverse their decision and appeal this morning. Thank you.
The division emphasizes that its November 7th, 2024 argument that the appellant did complete the self-exclusion process to self-exclude from the Hard Rock Bet application, and because the appellant checked the boxes to agree to the waiver and acknowledgements, which set forth that self-excluding would result in placement on the division self-exclusion list, to remove the appellant from the self-exclusion list early would undermine the self-exclusion program. In addition, contrary to the arguments that the appellant set forth in their 1210 exceptions, it is immaterial that the appellant submitted a self-exclusion removal request because due to NJAC 1369G 2.5, at the end of one self-exclusion period, that is when one must submit a self-exclusion removal request form. So therefore, because the appellant voluntarily, without solicitation or coercion, added himself to the self-exclusion list, the division respectfully requests that the commission uphold its initial decision. Thank you.
Sir, did Hard Rock ever ask you to go to the exclusion, or why did you jump to the exclusion list or the website?
Yeah, thank you. It was simply out of frustration, having prior negative experiences with something similar happening and not resolving the issue. I said to myself, I need to just stay off this specific app if I'm being, quote unquote, robbed essentially, where I'm having several issues where it's either lagging or the app is freezing, not able to make action or decision. And to her point, I don't know the process of the commission. And so, again, I immediately called that Monday morning as soon as I was available, and then I went to the Trenton office in person, again, trying to be proactive and assertive to submit any paperwork I can, letting them know that it was not my intention, because the key word in all the documents is I intentionally did this. I tried to go out of my way to prove that it was not my intention. I did not know that I was doing a 5-year exclusion on everything in person and virtual. And so just to be able to mitigate that and get out in front of that to let everybody know that it wasn't what I was trying to do.
KT, how much time is there on that app for you to decide to move forward? How much time is given?
I was able to complete it in approximately 30 seconds, Commissioner. And I take my mom to a neurology appointment, and it's 12 pages of paperwork that takes 20 minutes, requires physical signatures. This was just next screen, press a few buttons, next screen. I've done cool-offs before. It's the same process. I thought I was just, again, blocking myself from this app due to negative past experiences. I did not realize or intend to put myself on a 5-year self-exclusion, which is an extremely long time for somebody who just recreationally plays.
So you did not move from that box in what length of time to read that information?
Probably about 5 seconds approximately. You just have to scroll down and press accept. It's not as if on some forms I've filled out, they don't let you move to the next page until there's been an adequate amount of time to make sure you know you've read the document. There's anything along those lines of that sort. I was able to do the entire self-exclusion for all of New Jersey in 5 years in approximately 30 seconds. And we could test it and try it out. I could do it again and go through the same thing. Guilty, taking full accountability that I did not read it. I'm the first person to rent a car, as you and I had talked and just signed the paperwork. I know I need the car. I know I wanted to block myself from the app, and full accountability for not reading the fine print and paperwork. But the duration, to your question, is extremely quick, very easy to do. And I don't feel like it should be able to be doing something like that through an app. I think I should have to come here or sign paperwork or go in person or mail a letter or even a virtual signature or form. There was no signature. It was just pressing buttons, moving to the next screen. And before you knew it, I had made a colossal mistake, which has led to, again, me trying to be proactive to mitigate this, solve the issue, get out in front of it, going in person, multiple meetings, phone calls to Mrs. Pimpinelli, and being here today to state my case.
You do know that most everything is on apps now for signing off on anything. You can do that anywhere for most any type of item that you want to buy or anything. You can sign off, even for banks and anything, you can sign off on apps. But the time limit is what is a consideration that you would take to do that.
Right.
Sir, you said you've done it in the past? You've done cooling off periods in the past?
Yes.
So didn't you realize this was on the state of New Jersey website, not on Hard Rock, then, if you did it in the past?
I don't recall seeing the State of New Jersey website. I just remember the Hard Rock app. I don't remember seeing any screens for the State of New Jersey. Is that in the paperwork?
So the process to self-exclude is going to be through the app, the Hard Rock app, but there is language from the Division of Gaming Enforcement that has the provisions that the repercussions. of
Language,
exclusion.
but not a website that brings you to the,
Not the division's website, it's going to be on the Hard Rock application.
right, so I thought I was just checking another box in the app to remove.
But in the past, you hadn't had a problem when you did this on
No,
cooling off period.
no. And I took that attrition to, again, the frustration of the technical incompetencies of the app and figured it's, okay, this is probably how the app functions and platform and best practices and operates. So I said, maybe it's a lengthier process and other things. So
Any other questions for the division or for Mr.? Okay. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the initial decision and find that the appellant failed to demonstrate that he did not intentionally place himself on the division's self-exclusion list as required by NJAC 13:69G-2.2C, and deny his request to be removed from the division's self-exclusion list prior to his April 6th, 2029 expiration date.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 11. Consideration of the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of James McGowan to serve as Vice President of Security for Tropicana Atlantic City Corp., doing business as Tropicana Atlantic City. There will be no appearances entered in this matter, Mr. Chairman. It is a request to remand, which staff has reviewed and recommend that the matter be remanded to the contested case process for consideration of the initial licensure and plenary qualification.
Thank you. Aren't there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to remand for a hearing the application of James W. McGowan, Jr. for an initial casino key employee license and qualification to serve as Vice President of Security for Tropicana Atlantic City Corp.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 12 is the petition of Marina District Development Company, LLC, doing business as Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa, for the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Travis T. Truong pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E, and to permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President, Asian Marketing, pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated by petition PRN 3622-402 dated December 27, 2024, seeking the temporary key licensure and temporary qualification of Mr. Truong as indicated. You have counsel for the division present and counsel for Marina District Development Company via Zoom. And with your permission, Mr. Chairman, I ask that they enter their appearances and address the commission directly.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chair Pelosi, Member Molyneux, Member Cooper. Pat Madamba, Senior Vice President, Legal Counsel, Marina District Development Company, LLC, on behalf of Marina District Development Company and Mr. Truong.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Deputy Attorney General Jordan Hollander on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
I've had an opportunity to review the draft resolution and its fine and form and substance. Accordingly, we just ask that the relief be granted. Thank you.
You have the division's response of no objection to the requested relief in this matter. The division has also reviewed the draft resolution and has no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the petition and issue a temporary casino key employee license to Travis T. Truong pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B4 and NJSA 5:12-89E and NJAC 19:41A-5.3, and permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President of Asian Marketing for Marina District Development Company, LLC, pending plenary qualification in accordance with the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you.
Same to you, thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 13 is consideration of the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Jeffrey Hook to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Chief Operating Officer for Boardwalk 1000 LLC, DBA Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Atlantic City, and HR Atlantic City LLC and related entities. This matter was initiated by petition PRN 3622-403, dated December 27, 2024, seeking the initial casino key employee licensure with a waiver of the residency requirement and a multi-casino endorsement on the initial casino key employee license and plenary qualification. And for the record, the related entities and the positions for your consideration would be Executive Vice President, Chief Operating Officer, and Secretary, Seminole Hard Rock Entertainment, Inc., Seminole HR Holdings, LLC, SHRE, SHRI, LLC, and Seminole Hard Rock Support Services, LLC. Chief Operating Officer, HR Atlantic City, LLC, HR Atlantic City Investor, LLC, and HR Atlantic City Lender, LLC. Director, Hard Rock Tristate, AC, LLC, and lastly, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, Seminole Hard Rock Support Services, LLC. You have counsel for the division present, as well as counsel for both the entities and Mr. Hook present. And with your permission, I ask that they enter their appearances and address the commission directly.
Good morning, Chairman, Vice Chair, Commissioner. My name is Lindsay Kerwitz. I'm from Fox Rothschild on behalf of Boardwalk 1000 LLC, doing business as Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and Mr. Jeffrey Hook himself.
I have reviewed the draft resolution, and I have no objections to and ask that the relief be granted.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Deputy Attorney General Jordan Hollander on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have the division's response dated January 3rd, 2025 in this matter, indicating no objection to the requested relief. The division has had an opportunity to review the draft resolution, and subject to the consideration of a minor language suggestion, the division has no objection. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for council? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the joint petition and issue an initial casino key employee license to Jeffrey Hook pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89 with a multi-casino endorsement pursuant to NJSA 5:12-91.1 and find Mr. Hook qualified to serve as Chief Operating Officer for HR Atlantic City LLC, HR Atlantic City Investor LLC, and HR Atlantic City Lender LLC, and Executive Vice President, Chief Operating Officer, and Secretary for Seminole HR Holdings LLC, SHRE LLC, and SHRE SHRI LLC, and Director of Hard Rock Tri-State AC LLC, in accordance with the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1C and NJAC 13:69C-2.6 and 2.7, and grant the petitioner's request to waive the residency requirement as provided for in NJSA 5:12-89B4.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
In accordance with Resolution 24121103, the next closed session shall be held on Wednesday, February 12, 2025, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak? Ms. Fauntleroy, do we have any email comments?
No, we do not, Mr. Chairman.
The public participation portion of the meeting is now closed. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it, meeting is now adjourned.